Advantage Broadcasting. Move ahead.
We are back with the boxer Jimmy Maher, and we are at one of the actual offices at the Auto Outlet of PA, 1515 Bristol Pike, right here in the heart of Ben Salem. Jimmy, back to your boxing days. How did you always start off a bout? How did you always start off the party? What did you do?
Listen, Greg, we're going to make it real easy this time, and we're just going to show you and ring the bell.
All right, hit that bell, hit that bell.
At the Auto Outlet, that's all we hear is the bell ringing. That means go, 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 and that's what we do, Greg.
Well, I got to tell you, Boxer, here at the Auto Outlet of PA, your promotion of the $6,000 trade-in event, Cash for Your Trash, has absolutely struck a lot of nerves with the people out in the Delaware Valley. Everybody has really gotten excited about bringing in an automobile that really was rendered not worth anything or next to nothing, and all of a sudden, that trade becomes worth $6,000. That has really hit on some folks in Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, and it doesn't hurt that you are located right smack in the middle of the Delaware Valley. So first of all, I want you to talk to us about that, and then I want you to tell the folks out there how easy we are to find here at the Auto Outlet of PA on the Bristol Pike here in Ben Salem.
Listen, Greg, you said it just right. You know, we do a lot of business in Delaware. We do a lot of business comes from Jersey. I mean, we get people as far as Atlantic City, Mays Landing, Cape May, Cherry Hill, Mount Laurel, Mount Holly, Camden, Trenton. I mean, we get a lot of New Jersey. Delaware is the same way. People take the drive because they know, and this is for the folks out there that don't know or haven't done it yet, to get $6,000 for any vehicle is a lot of money, Greg. I mean, it's a big chunk of money down on your new vehicle, Greg. So we were able to pull these people from so far away, and not to mention Philadelphia, you know, North Philly, South Philly, West Philly, you know, Northeast, up and down the boulevard. I mean, we get a lot of business from Philly, Ben Salem, Bucks County. I mean, it just doesn't stop, and the reason I'm able to keep doing this, Greg, is because we get such success off it and we do such a high volume. So we need to keep it going. We need the folks out there that might have a car that doesn't have air conditioning for the summer, that needs tires, it needs rotors. You're putting money, it's nickel and diming you. We need those customers, Greg.
Now, Boxer, how does the process work? You know, a lot of folks will say, okay, I want the $6,000, you know, trade-in event. I want to take advantage of it for my trade. I want to bring it here. Maybe it doesn't run. Maybe I have to have it towed in, or, you know, maybe it just, you know, it doesn't run. It's missing the engine. It's missing the transmission, missing seats, not street legal, not insured, you know, all that kind of stuff. Right. They get it here. What happens with that trade once they get it here? How does that translate into bringing the deals together? Obviously, if somebody is in a vehicle that they're going to trade and they're upside down, that $6,000 that you're putting into that trade, that's going to be great to get them out of that upside down situation, or maybe they need, you know, a little help because the credit's a little rough. That $6,000 is a huge part of putting these deals together. Am I right there, Boxer?
You're 100% right. For all the folks out there that bought a car 7 years ago, their car is now 7 years older, right? Now, they might have bought a 2010 7 years ago. Well, now that car is really old. It has high miles, but they're just getting to that last year, maybe year and a half left of payments. They owe $3-4 grand on that car, but the car's not worth $3-4 grand. You know, the car's probably worth $1 grand, if lucky $1 grand. You know, majority of the time the cars are really worth $500. But this promotion here, we're able to not only get them out of that car, pay it off. Now they got a paid off car on their loan, plus get them into a new car at affordable payment because we don't have to roll all that negative equity. So it's huge for those customers. Then it's big for the buy here, pay here customer community, because the buy here, pay here customers, they went and bought a car from a buy here, pay here for only 2 reasons. One, they couldn't get approved anywhere else, so they had to go to buy here, pay here. For 2, they were in a tight jam and they needed a car right away, and they didn't have time to go from dealership to dealership with their credit issues and get a car. So with those customers, now's your chance to get out of that car, get into a real car. And all my cars, Greg, I don't carry 05s, I don't carry 06s, I don't carry 07s. All my cars are 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. We got 17s out there. We just sold a Sonata on Saturday. It was a 2017 Sonata. It had 35 miles on it.
Wow.
$35. Now you tell me what used car store can do that, Greg.
$6,000, $6,000, $6,000, $6,000.
Cash for your trash trade-in event.
Now, obviously, at the Auto Outlet of PA, 1515 Bristol Pike, right here in the heart of Ben Salem. It starts right now for the next 36 hours. The Boxer is going to have $6,000 cash for your trash trade-in event. That means your trade is worth $6,000 when you bring in here and trade it in toward the purchase of a newer vehicle right here at the Auto Outlet of PA. Now, you also have, and you touched on this a little bit about getting people out of the buy here, pay here cars. You have guaranteed credit approval programs where you can get people down the road, Boxer, and get them out of that buy here, pay here car. Because let's face it, when you're in a buy here, pay here car, usually it's almost like, and I'll let you talk about this because you really understand, it's almost like a vicious cycle. You get into a buy here, pay here car, and you really are forced to continue to go down that path because, number one, you're not reestablishing your credit. Number two, the vehicles are you're so buried into those vehicles a lot of times to get out of it and get into a legitimate vehicle with a legitimate bank is tough. With the $6,000, that really helps folks overcome that and get out of those buy here, pay here vehicles. Talk to us about that, Boxer.
100%, Greg. I mean, the buy here, pay here's are taking advantage of people by every aspect. I mean, everything they do is taking advantage of you in a situation where your credit's not up to par. You'll take any vehicle, that kind of thing. So what we do is we're helping those customers get out of those vehicles, forget the past, get into a nice car, a newer car, something that's going to last them 10, 15, 20 years, and what they're paying on is worth it. When you're paying $300-$400 a month for an 02 Cavalier or whatever, you're paying too much. You could buy that car for $1,000 on any given day. So, it makes no sense, Greg. For those customers, we're here. We're trying to get them out of the cars. We're using the $6,000 promotion to do that, and that's what we're most successful at doing is getting people out of those cars. But then we got our customers that, they just have a junker that they've been driving, and it did its job, but it's on its last leg. We want those customers. We want them to come in and buy a car and get out of that car and get $6,000 for it, Greg. So, I mean, it's across the board. For anybody that has a car that's not worth $6,000, bring it in. You're getting $6,000 for it. And I'm going to show you a car I traded on Saturday. It was an Uplander, a van. And you're going to be like, wow, Jimmy, this thing is, you gave him $6,000, but we gave him $6,000 for it, Greg.
No restrictions on any trade-in, Boxer?
No restrictions on any trade. Doesn't matter condition, miles, anything. It doesn't matter. You're going to get $6,000 for it. And when Jimmy the Boxer says you're getting $6,000, that means you're getting $6,000 for your trade, Greg.
All right, let me do this, Boxer. Let me ring this bell for a minute because I want to get people's attention. Now, behind us, between rounds, we have a large TV. Did you notice that, Boxer? I noticed it. I noticed it.
Greg, we got this TV here, and the reason we want to do this is we want to have a little fun, Greg.
We'll make it more fun than, listen, $6,000 cash for your trash trading event is a lot of fun. But you're going to make it even more fun?
We're going to make it a little more fun. For any customer that comes in and they purchase a vehicle, we're going to have an envelope in one of those vehicles that's going to contain you want a free TV.
So in other words, they don't know which vehicle it is, but when you complete your purchase, one of those cars you're saying inside is going to have the TV included?
It's going to have the TV included. So if you purchase that vehicle, you will get a free 50-inch TV, Greg.
That makes it fun, so you don't know which one the winner is.
100%, Greg. It's all about having fun, but at the same time, get them out of their old car, get them into something that, for one, that they like, for two, that fits their family, and that's going to fit all their needs from now on.
I got to tell you, Boxer, any year, any make, any model, no restrictions, $6,000 for my trade when I use it toward the purchase of another vehicle. That's fun with a cash for trash trade-in event. That's fun.
Listen, Greg, it doesn't get any better than this. That's why, the competition is always mad at us because they can't do what we're doing, Greg. They can't figure it out. They can't do it, and that's why, customers are going to these dealerships on the boulevard and over on Street Road, and they're coming to us after they go there because they're not offering what we're offering. They're not doing what we're doing. They don't work as hard as we work. We don't stop, Greg. We do not stop, and we make the process quick. You're not going to be here for 5, 6, 7 hours. We make it quick. Everybody's got something to do. We want you to come in. We want you to enjoy your time, get in the car you like, that your family needs, and go,
Now, Boxer, we're inside, and you've got a great staff here. We're going to talk about the staff in a moment. I know you wanted to kind of include them a little bit in the program, but if we're watching in Jersey, if we're watching in Pennsylvania, Delaware, give us an idea of how easy we are to find here at the Auto Outlet of PA. What major roads are we close to and things like that?
Listen, Greg, you know, we're on Bristol Pike. We're right off of Woodhaven, literally right off the exit of Woodhaven to Bristol Pike. We're one exit from Franklin Mills Mall, so my Delaware customers, my Jersey customers, and of course my Philly customers know of Franklin Mills Mall. We're very easy to get to. Coming from Delaware, all you got to do is take 95 all the way down to Woodhaven and get off on Woodhaven. Right when you get off Woodhaven, you're going to see exit for Route 13 to your right. Right away, you get off on that exit, you're looking straight at the dealership. If you're coming from Jersey, you can take the Burlington-Bristol Bridge. When you come over to Burlington-Bristol Bridge to Route 13, take a left all the way up to us. We're right here on 13. If you're coming from the Turnpike to Route 1 to Woodhaven, and we're right here, Greg. So there's no excuses to get here. Take the address, pop it in your GPS, get here. I don't care if you're watching this on Saturday morning and you got a clunker, you need to put in your address, grab your keys, get in your car. I know it probably doesn't have air conditioning, but you will have air conditioning when you leave, Greg.
So it's on all day Wednesday.
All day Wednesday.
All day Thursday.
All day Thursday.
All day Friday.
All day Friday.
Through the close of business Saturday. Now, last week, it was pushing 10, 11 o'clock at night. You guys were just wrapping up the show here.
That's 100%, Greg. We don't stop until the last customer is taken care of.
$6,000, $6,000, $6,000, $6,000.
Cash for your trash trade-in event.
All right, Boxer, you promised to bring us outside and say, take a look at a car that we recently traded. Is this the car?
Listen, Greg,
How do you trade this?
This is 90% of the vehicles, Greg. So when I'm telling you it's $6,000 regardless of the condition, this should tell you it doesn't matter what the vehicle looks like. It could have dents. The windshield could be smashed. It could have no bumpers. They could be taped up. It could mean anything, Greg. This is what we deal with on a daily basis. But guess what? We don't care. We encourage you. If your car looks like this or whatever it looks like or whatever it's worth, bring it in because it's worth $6,000 here at the Auto Outlet.
So this car is worth
$6,000.
How about this guy next to it with the duct tape?
With the duct tape, that's $6,000.
I've never seen a car driven down the road with duct tape, but they brought it in like that, Box?
The bumper must have hit something, cracked the bumper in half, and they duct taped it up, Greg.
But you didn't deduct it. You still gave him $6,000.
Still got $6,000.
So it's still any year,
Any make,
any model,
any miles.
any condition.
Doesn't matter whether you have no seats, no tires, no wheels. It doesn't matter, Greg.
How about no tranny? No tranny.
No tranny.
No seats. No seats.
60% of the cars I get, the transmissions are blown. The other 40%, usually the motors are blown. If not, it's going to look like this and just be trashed.
Fill it up with trash, you don't care.
It doesn't matter, Greg. We just want you to get into a newer car. And not only that, but we're taking junk off the streets, and it's wonderful for everybody, Greg.
Now, I got to ask you a question. You say, Boxer, there are no restrictions, right? You say that, right?
No restrictions, you can tell.
Is there any situation that anybody could bring as far as a vehicle that you would not, I repeat, is there any situation that you would not give somebody $6,000 cash for their trash under any circumstance? Is there a situation?
There's no situation, Greg.
So if they have a vehicle, there is no excuse for them to be here Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Am I right, Box?
There's no excuses. You pick up the phone, dial the phone number on the TV, and make an appointment, and there's no way you're not going to get $6,000. No matter what, you're going to get $6,000 for your trade.
So push it in.
Pull it in.
Tow it in.
You can bring notes, just bring the title. You don't even have to bring the vehicle.
Sight unseen.
Sight unseen. It doesn't matter, Greg.
And by the way, who should they tell sent them?
You come see Jimmy the Boxer and let me fight to get you in a nicer car and let me knock out the competition.
And if they've got a little nicked up credit, you're going to give them a right hook to help get that deal done?
Listen, we'll give him a left hook, overhand right, right hand. We'll hit him with the jab. It doesn't matter, Greg. We got combinations to everything. And when I say combinations to everything, I mean to credit issues, to if you owe too much on your vehicle. It doesn't matter. We got combinations to get people out of certain situations.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's right here at the Auto Outlet of PA, 1515 Bristol Pike, right here in the heart of Ben Salem. Remember, between now and the close of business Saturday, 36 hours and it's over, $6,000 cash for your trash, trade-in event. Any year, any make, any model, any condition, your trade is worth $6,000 toward the purchase of any other vehicle. even sight unseen, right here at the Auto Outlet of PA. Come see the Boxer, Jimmy Maher.
$6,000, $6,000, $6,000, $6,000.
Cash for your trash trade-in event.
Now, staff, Boxer, you've got a great group of staff here. Today, not with us. You have inside the sales department, you have Nada's one of the people. She's not with us today. I know we have Laurie in the finance office. Other members of your team, Boxer.
Yeah, we got Frankie, we got Lori, we got Nada, we got my salespeople, Joe, we got Felix, we got Sam, we got Sean, we got Salma. We got a lot of different people, Greg, that we designed to fit our customers and help our customers. You know, especially if they have credit problems. You know, we're all trained on how to get somebody right side up and get them into a car and get them approved, and that's what we do, Greg.
I know today you wanted to bring a few of them on and let them talk with us a little bit, Boxer.
Yeah, of course. You know, it's always fun to get everybody involved, Greg.
Well, let's start off with Sammy. Come on over here, Sammy. Sammy's hanging out over there.
Who's Sammy?
Smooth Sammy, huh? Come on over here, right over here.
Customers are gonna know Sammy.
Come right over here next to me, Sammy. Come right over here next to me.
All right.
All right. So why do they call you Smooth Sammy? I want to hear this one.
Well, Greg, I mean, I guess because, once I get talking with customers, we get figuring out what exactly it is that they want. They're like, wow, Sammy, this is a smooth transition. And we do appreciate you helping us to make our purchase. It's basically just like that, Greg.
Now, you mentioned earlier, Boxer, that you get a lot of customers from the Atlantic City area. You get a lot of customers from the Mays Landing area, from Camden, from Mount Laurel, from Bridgeton. These are places, Sammy, that you have a particular great connection with. Talk to the folks at home why that is.
Well, Greg, I've been around, quite a bit now, and I know pretty much a lot of people out here.
You're a South Jersey guy, right?
South Jersey guy originally, so I know a lot of folks all around, and folks come on in. Let us get you in a new vehicle.
So Sammy, when somebody comes to the Auto Outlet of PA and they're watching this program and they have a trade-in, and maybe that trade-in is currently a buy here, pay here vehicle, or maybe a vehicle that is, missing the engine, maybe the tranny's blown, maybe it's, missing some seats, or, whatever the case may be, it's a rough trade. Is it really as easy as coming here to the Auto Outlet of PA, 1515 Bristol Pike here in Ben Salem, between now and the close of business Saturday, and any trade, any year, any make, any model, $6,000 cash for the trash? Is it that easy, Sammy?
Yes, it is, Greg. It's that easy. Just bring the vehicles in, get it towed in.
Are you going to ask them questions to warrant if it's worth $6,000, or you just automatically say it's worth $6,000?
That's the minimum that we do, so
That's the worst.
That's the worst, folks.
You could tell them more.
Absolutely. If your vehicle is actually worth more, you can get more for your vehicle, but at the minimum, $6,000, folks.
What do you think of that, Boxer, huh?
Listen,
Stepping it up.
Listen, he already knows, Greg. It's $6,000 no matter what. No matter what the condition, it's $6,000.
All right, Sammy. Well, listen, you keep helping the folks out there, and why don't you give a little invite to your friends in South Jersey on your way out the door here?
Yes, sir. Folks, come on in. South Jersey, come on in. Where you at? Come on over.
There's another guy here. They call him Flex. Now, I want to find out. His name is Felix. Come on over here, Felix. Stand right next to me.
The reason they called him Flex, Greg, is because he's always trying to be flexible on payment.
Always
trying to get the payment.
He worked. Does he work you? Does he work you?
Sometimes I think he works for the customers, Greg.
So what you're saying is, if folks come in and they don't quite like the payment, he works for the customer.
He's fighting for him.
He fights to you.
He fights me to get you a better payment.
Is that true?
That is true. My job is to help you get a car and meet the payments that you need.
So, Flex, somebody comes in here and they say, that payment just doesn't quite feel right. You're gonna go fight the Boxer and fight him for a lower payment?
That's right.
I mean, he's the boss.
Toe to toe. Got to make the customers happy.
All right. So when it comes in time to trade in that vehicle, you guys are giving $6,000 for their trade-in with no restrictions toward the purchase of another vehicle. Felix, is it really? I mean, that sounds really easy. I mean, think about it. Boxer, somebody has a trade. hasn't ran in a while, or that it's not dependable anymore, people want to get out of it. I mean, that's the bottom line. You want to get out of it. Yep. Felix, they can come here and they know they're going to get out of it because you're going to give them $6,000 with no hassle?
That's right, no hassle at all. I'm not going to fight them on it. I will fight him.
What do you think of that, Boxer?
Listen, Greg, it's a good thing. It's a good thing because you know what? At the end of the day, I want my customers to be happy. I want to feel like they got the most they could, and that's what it's all about, Greg.
It almost sounds like at the end of this round, I know you don't like to lose a round, but...
Listen.
Do you lose a round, Boxer?
Listen,
do you lose a round?
Listen, it's not losing at the end of the day. You know why? Because the folks at home are happy, Greg.
Well, I almost think that Felix needs to hit that bell on the way out of here.
Hit the bell.
He won the round. All right. When it comes to trucks here at the Auto Outlet of PA, you have an amazing selection, right?
Correct.
Now, one of the guys that has really benefited from that is our friend, the Levittown Specialist. Why? Well, first of all, we're talking about him. We're going to bring him out.
Come on. Come on, Sean.
Why is a Levittown Specialist, why has he benefited from these trucks?
Listen, because a lot of folks out here in Levittown, Bensalem, Bucks County, this area, they like trucks. They want the right trucks. And Sean, he grew up out here his whole life. He's had trucks. His family has trucks. So he understands the truck game. He knows, what the trucks, what's in them, what's that. So when people come here, he's the truck guy. They go to him, and he does a wonderful job. He gets them in a truck that they want, they need, and he knows all the different specifications of the truck.
So, Sean, how did you get the name Levittown Specialist? I mean, we have Flex, we have Smooth Sammy, and now the Levittown Specialist. How did that happen?
Well, I mean, it should be more the suburb specialist. But Levittown, we get a lot of guys, contractors, union workers that come from Levittown, Bristol, Croydon, all the suburb areas. I actually grew up most of my life less than a quarter mile down the street here. I mean, a lot of my market, as you said, is the trucks. I'm the truck guy here. And all the guys in the surrounding suburbs. Of course, a lot of our market comes from Philly, everywhere, Jersey, Delaware, all sorts of states, all sorts of towns, cities. But a lot of the guys around here, all the locals, guys who maybe think they're in rough shape, can't get a vehicle somewhere, they come to us. We get them a vehicle, we'll get them, back doing their contractor work, especially with the summertime coming around, warm weather, everything's good out here now. Get these guys out on their feet, get some money in their pockets, you know what I mean?
Why is it the trucks are such a big thing? I mean, obviously the $6,000 trade-in, that's a big thing. That gets you started right on the truck.
Right.
But why are the trucks so popular here at the Auto Outlet of PA? I mean, it's amazing to me how many trucks you guys carry and how many you sell.
I mean, we get a little bit of everything. We get trucks that are going to fit the customer, crew cabs, extended cabs, long beds, short beds, 4x4. We have dualies. We get a little bit of everything in here. A lot of bit of everything, I should say, because we go through.
Diesel?
We get diesel trucks, 2500s, 3500 HDs. We get them all, Greg.
So Sean, here's the question, Levittown Specialist. If I come to the Auto Outlet of PA and I know my trade is in really rough shape, but I also know that my credit's a little bumpy, if you will, okay? Should I be afraid to come in and talk to you about trying to get me out of that vehicle that isn't worth $6, but you're going to give me $6 and help me with my credit? Can they feel comfortable coming in and talking to you, even if they're a little embarrassed about it?
That's fine. I mean, we deal with it every day. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to be scared about. This is what we do. This is the people come to us because they know this is what we do. We have the vehicles. We have the people. We have the right staff. We have the right finance managers. Everyone here knows what they're doing. And everyone here, we're not going to steer you the wrong way. We're going to put you in the vehicle that you want, the vehicle that's going to be right for you, for the right money, everything. We'll work it out for you. That's what we do here. You get $6,000 for your trade. No one does that anywhere.
With no restrictions.
No restrictions. Bring it in. I'll sell you almost a brand new truck. We have used trucks here, but I'll sell you a brand new truck for a truck that doesn't even run, doesn't have the bed on it. I don't care. I'll get you in something.
Is it a fair statement that when it comes to trying to make things happen, you're going to fight really hard for those people? The Boxer, obviously, he's a scrapper. He's a fighter. Is that true? He doesn't like to take no for an answer. Is that true? By the way, I'm gonna let him answer it. Sean, go ahead. You answer it.
He doesn't even need to take a no because everyone that comes here is absolutely satisfied with everything that happens. We don't get no's because everyone that comes here they love what we do for them. They love the vehicles that we put them in.
How is the Boxer? If you have to bend a little bit on the trade, maybe it's right on the cusp of being worth a little bit more than $6,000. Will he bend a little bit on that?
Yeah, absolutely. You get the money that you deserve. You know.
But at worst is six. Worst is six.
If your car is worth $7,000, we're not just going to tell you it's worth the $6,000. Even though we get a lot of cars that aren't worth $6,000, that we're fair. We give you the money you deserve. You know what I mean?
And if they got to work a little harder to get that payment that feels comfortable or gets the vehicle that you want, is he gonna bend to make that happen?
Absolutely. We'll do what we have to do to be able to get you in a vehicle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, come on by. See the Levittown specialist. Thanks, Sean. No problem. All right, now, Joe, come on over here. We got Joe. Joe would like to join us, too. Now, I got to tell you, Boxer, we don't hear a lot from Joe, but he makes a lot of things happen behind the scenes. Am I right?
He is, Greg. He actually does the most vehicles out of all my salespeople. He's the top guy. He's a little quiet, but he works hard, and he doesn't let a deal go. He's going to keep hounding me and wanting this and wanting that and wanting this, and so he really works for the customers.
Does that sound like somebody you used to know when you're up-and-comer?
Yeah, of course, Greg. You already know that was me. But he doesn't stop. So he, whether it's answering the phones or running to get a customer or doing this for a customer, we had to pick up a car for a customer because we get a lot of customers. We might not have the right vehicle they want, but we'll go get it. Then the following week we'll go buy the car for them. We'll get it serviced. We'll get it detailed and everything for them, just how they want it, Greg.
So Joe, #1 sales guy. What do you do to become the #1 sales guy? What's the secret sauce here at the Auto Outlet? I mean, let's face it, $6,000 trade-in event with no restrictions. That certainly doesn't hurt a thing, that's for sure. So what's the key?
Well, I'll start out with the promotion. The promotion also helps out our customers. It actually helps me out too. That $6,000 is a big deal. Not a lot of people do it, like you said. It really gets the deals done for our type of customers, and it helps me make a deal as well. And like Jimmy said on the other note, you said, what do I do to be the top guy? Don't take no for an answer, because if there's a will, there's a way. We don't take no. If someone else tells you no, we'll turn it into a yes, because there's always a way. As long as you give it a shot and work really hard to make it happen, there's a way to do whatever there is. There's nothing that's impossible as long as you keep trying.
So it almost sounds, if somebody is willing, and obviously they have the resources to do it, okay, they have to have obviously a situation with their income and things like that, and job and things like that, or Social Security or something. But it almost sounds like if there's a will, you guys are going to find a way, if those things line up, to not take no for an answer, and you're going to make it happen. You're going to check this guy, this bank, this lending institution.
Listen, Greg, we deal with it all the time, whether it's income, from state benefits, Social Security, whatever the kind of income, a job, part-time, full-time. It's all about putting the puzzle together and making it work. So the income, we'll figure a way out to make the income work. If we got to combine your Social Security, whatever it is, we'll make that work. If it's putting a little more money in the trade to get the deal done, we're going to do that. If it's, there's so many different variances that we deal with. If you need help getting insurance, we'll get you in. We got insurance brokers, we'll get you insurance. We'll set you up with the right people so you got the insurance. We'll get it faxed right over. You'll leave here right away with new insurance, car, everything, Greg. So we work hard to make sure we work around everything, and we find ways to get everything done for you so we can help you get into a newer vehicle. And that's what Joe's really good at. And on top of working all the time and working hard, he will find a way to get it done.
Well, I know one thing, Boxer. You're excitable, and I can see this guy's excited. Well, I want to ask him something. You ever hear Boxer on the commercials? He'll say really loud and really proud, $6,000, $6,000. You ever heard him say that?
All the time.
So I want to hear you say it. Let's see if you can say it as loud as and exciting as the Boxer says it. $6,000, cash for your trash, trade-in event.
3 times.
3 times. Let me hear. Now you get one shot at this, and if you're good, the Boxer will ring the bell. Let's hear.
$6,000, $6,000, $6,000, Greg. 1515 Bristol Pike right here in Ben Salem.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
He's got a little bit more work, but not too bad.
Let me show him how it's done.
Yeah, let's hear it, Boxer. Go ahead.
That's $6,000, $6,000, $6,000 cash for your trade, no matter what. Right here in Ben Salem at the Auto Outlet of PA, 1515 Bristol Pike.
$6,000, $6,000, $6,000, $6,000.
Cash for your trash trade-in event.
Folks, come to the Auto Outlet of PA, 1515 Bristol Pike, right here in Ben Salem, where you'll get $6,000, $6,000, $6,000 for any trade-in. Folks, we're knocking out the competition.
Advantage Broadcasting. Move ahead.